Hello traders, Rich here, and here's a quick but detailed update on EURCHF. As usual, if you like video analysis, let me know in the comments or simply leave a like. So let's get started. As we clearly see, EURCHF has been stuck inside this range for a while, and we are currently retesting the upper bound, this resistance zone, as it has been respected previously as support and now acting as a resistance zone. That's why we'll be looking for sell setups on lower time frames, and I insist on the word looking, because no matter how strong a support or resistance is, it can still be broken. That's why we don't buy or sell blindly. We look for setups around a key rejection zone, because price can still dive inside the resistance before trading lower or even break it upward for it to become a support just like previously and trade higher. In this case, if this happens, we'll be looking for sell setups around the next resistance, which is previously a support and also the round number one. But for now, let's take it step by step, right? Around the resistance, so let's zoom into lower time frames and look for sell setups. We can see that EURCHF is currently forming like a head and shoulders pattern, and here's our neckline covering the entire structure, the entire range, just like previously. If you remember, just like here, we had a double top pattern and we broke the neckline downwards. So we are following the same logic, but for the bears to take over, we still need to see a break below this previous major low, as we clearly see. So as per my trading plan, I'll be waiting for a momentum candle close below this zone for it to be my trigger, and the stop loss would be above the previous swing high, so it would be here now. Or if price forms a new high like the right shoulder, in this case it would be here. But for now, let's go for the middle, because like we can't know what will happen next, but you've got the idea, right? And we target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, which would be around the previous major low from H4 time frame. So that would be our trigger. And meanwhile, until the sellers take over, the buyers would still be in control, and we can see trade higher and higher before we trade lower or even break this resistance upward and trade higher, as I showed you from daily time frame. Before we continue, I want to tell you about Tickmill. Tickmill is established in 2014 and is one of the leading Forex and CFD brokers with registered users from more than 200 different countries. Tickmill is a no-dealing desk and ECN broker regulated in many countries like the UK, Cyprus, and recently in South Africa. With Tickmill, you can trade a wide range of instruments, starting from Forex to indices, commodities, and even crypto. Most importantly, with very low spreads and trading fees. If you don't have an account yet, make sure to create one using my referral link in the description below to benefit from 5% discounts on your trading fees. And let's continue. As we clearly see, AUDJPY has been stuck inside this range for a while in the shape of a rising channel inside our support and resistance. So as price approaches our resistance zone, we'll be looking for sell setups, and vice versa, of course. As we approach the lower bound of this rising channel, we'll be looking for bust stops, which is also intersecting with this support zone, previous major high, and the lower brown trend line acting as a non-horizontal support. But let's take it step by step. Since we are currently retesting the resistance zone, we'll be looking for sell setups. If we zoom into H1 time frame or even N30, we can see it better. We know that previously the bulls took over, and we are currently retesting this resistance zone as mentioned previously, and we can even trade lower from here because we've got a last major high, so it would be a trend following sell setup. That's why we are looking for sell setups, knowing that AUDJPY can sit it a little bit higher to test this resistance zone, which is 95, or even dive inside it for this supply, so this entire zone before trading low. So we'll be looking for sell setups. We don't sell blindly because price can trade higher before trading low. You've got it, right? So if you zoom into N30, we know that we are currently trading inside this rising channel, and for the bears to take over, as per my trading plan, I'll be waiting for a new swing low to form around the lower trend line, and then I'll be selling on this breakdown. Of course, meanwhile, we would be bullish, and we can trade higher from here, test the upper bound, test the 95 resistance, and then form a new low before breaking it down. So I've got like for those who watch the video know what to look for, but for now I'll keep it as is for now. And for the sellers to take over, this is what I'm looking for, which would also be breaking below this previous low. So this would be my trigger once we have a break below a major low, preferably after forming a new major one, just like this projection. When the sell is activated, the stop loss would be above the previous swing high, which is here as per my projection, and we target a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to have an edge over the market from a risk management perspective, which would be around the lower like the previous low right here. And as mentioned, from daily and weekly, as we approach this 90 support zone, we'll be looking for buy setups. That's it for AUDJPY. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the next one.